Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking harvest. Before we get into today's video, folks, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys are looking to support our farm, check out our website links in the description below. Also, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you like the video. All right, folks, so today we're going to be talking harvest, because it's that time of year, and I want to make sure you guys are ready. So in the last video, I talked a little bit about paper hands versus diamond hands and making that executive decision. Got a lot of feedback, and I do appreciate all the comments and the feedback. Well, this week is a prime example of diamond hands, paper hands, and really executive decision on the grower's part. At some point, you have to look at the weather, you have to look at everything and say, okay, I'm really close, but I got a rainstorm coming for 4 days. I got to harvest now. And that's what we're facing today. Hurricane Ian is the remnants of it are going to be coming up the coast here to Virginia, and it's going to be dumping a lot of rain. And rain is your worst enemy this time of year. So we are starting harvest. I actually already shook off the rust yesterday, got some stuff cut, but today is our first big push. We got some volunteers coming to the farm. I'm really excited about it. So I really want to go over my decision-making process, so maybe it can help you make that decision as well, when to cut, when to not cut. So looking at the long-range forecast, pretty much after today, it's going to rain for 4 straight days, and then possibly a 5th and 6th straight day. That's kind of determined in a long range forecast. So when you're looking at it, you got high winds, a lot of rain. You know, you got to make that decision. If your flowers are close enough, you got to cut them. If they're not, what I suggest is staking them and really just hunkering down and hoping that you don't come out to a bunch of broken branches rolled on the ground. One of the things I'm going to do today is I'm going to be cutting a lot of the tops of the plants, lightening up. There's no way I can harvest this field in 1 day. I've never been able to accomplish that, and I don't see that happening today. So right now I'm priority harvesting. I'm getting all the tops off the plants. Those flowers always mature faster than the bottom. So work your way from the top. It has a less likelihood of snapping and dealing with the wind. As you cut that plant lower and lower, its center of gravity continues to get lower. And that really does help the plant be able to withstand those high winds and rain from the heavy flowers. Those heaviest flowers are always on the top. So always make sure you start from the top and work your way down if you are priority harvesting. So that is my thought process for today, is really just get these plants situated for the long haul on this storm. I've gotten a lot of questions about this storm, actually, in particular, of what growers should do. And some growers saying they don't harvest till the end of October. What do they do? That's where you got to hunker down. That's the diamond hands, paper hands thing. You got to have diamond hands. If your plants aren't even close, you got to just hunker down, stake them, do whatever you can, tarp over them maybe, try to, you know, get some of that rain off of them. Anything you can do, you know, to prevent a total catastrophe of your entire grow, that's what I would do. You know, with the high winds, it may not be feasible to tarp them. Hey, if you got a large barn like us and they're in pots, bring them inside for a couple days. It doesn't hurt them. You know, get them away from that rain. Those are my suggestions for growers. I've gotten a lot of questions about the harvest season. And, you know, at the end of the day, folks, if you do make a mistake, that is how you learn. You know, every scenario is going to be different. Every year is going to be different. But the more years you have under your belt, the more scenarios you're going to be prepared for. We've been in this situation before with hurricanes and tropical storms, so I know exactly what to do. I'm not panicking. I'm ready. I know exactly what I need to accomplish with these plants, and I'm going to execute that today. As a grower, a first-year grower, you're probably panicking. Been there. I understand it. Just make a decision, stick with the decision, and learn from that decision. That is my biggest suggestion for all of you when it comes to harvest. You know, are you ready for it? Have you gotten all your things? You know, I've been talking about harvest pretty much since the beginning of August. Y'all need to have your stuff in order for these situations. So if you don't, you're going to learn that lesson this year. And if you do, well, then you're already halfway to success. So just make sure Now, when harvest season comes around, you're prepared at any moment for the weather to tell you to harvest. And I think that's probably the biggest key. So before we close out the video though, I do want to show you guys my harvest setup, how everything is looking this year before I close out the video. So let's go in the barn, check it out. So right now we got the tractor backed out of the barn. And as we come along here, you can kind of see how everything is set up. We've got our one drying rack and a giant trellis. There's yesterday's start. But right now, we're just really focused on getting this filled. You know, if it becomes an issue with the rain, I can start chopping branches and throwing them up here. I've hung whole plants from the rafters. So this is our setup going into the 2022 harvest season. And I'm really excited. I got the chair, got everything. I got volunteers coming today, so I got to get some more chairs set up. And over in the corner there, you can see the smoker going. We're gonna have some good food today, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So folks, that is harvest for our farm. It's a mad dash to finish out the grow season. That's what we're doing here today on the farm. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. We're building a great community here, and I know a lot of folks have been reading your comments, you know, that watch these videos, and I love responding. I love hearing from you guys, so leave them in the comment section of the video. And as always, folks, I hope you have a happy, healthy harvest. And if you want to get in touch with me, Facebook, Instagram, email, links to the farm, all down in the description of the video. But that's it for today, folks. Have a great time. Hope you have a good harvest, and I will see you in another video.